Hello, everyone. Kind of late. We'll see if anyone joins in. Excuse my chair. You're up good, Caroline. I'm just trying to figure out why it's. There we go. I have my iPad back and all of my stuff all set up. Oh, you're all here. Good. Not for the night owls. Good, good, good. And I can see a little bit better now, too. Okay. So, the inspiration boxes started shipping today. So I decided let's make a fun card because they started shipping today. So I made this quick and easy card this evening, and I wanted to show you how I did it. This may look a little bit different to you because this is actually not using a stamp. The Stay Cool is a stamp, but this is not. So I wanted to show you how I did that and how you can kind of make a watercolored ice cream cone like a rock star. Very easy. Very, very easy. What about the minis? I believe the minis shipped as well. I'm not quite sure. I know that we're back to normal. Back to normal shipping and fulfillment. But I'll have to double check on that for you. But yeah, so the inspiration boxes started shipping. Anyone who's here that does not know what the inspiration boxes are, they are a monthly box that you can buy just one of, or you can subscribe to it. I would suggest the subscription because you're guaranteed a box every month. But this month it is called Sprinkled with Love. And this is I'll show you the stamp set real quick. I'll be doing videos all week with stuff that is from inside of this box. But here is the stamp set. Again, yours will not say sprinkled love. It will say sprinkled with love. This was an oopsie, but it has been fixed for the master sets that are coming out to you. So, to get started, I'm going to cut down a piece of watercolor cardstock. I get our watercolor cardstock that we sell in the store in ginormous sheets, and then I cut it down. So, our base layer is going to be 4 by 5, 5 1/4, because then 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 will make sense whenever 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or no, 4 1/4 by, or 4 by 5 1/4 will make sense whenever we're actually putting the card together. Oh, you missed the rainbow box. I'm sorry. It's the limited supply is actually truly a limited supply now. We added more, but that's all that they will allow me to add. So what we're gonna do is this stencil actually comes in the kit. This is the first time. Oh my goodness, Belinda, it's been crazy, but if it wasn't for my team, that's who we really should give the hip hip hooray for. If it wasn't for them, none of it would have shipped. I can tell you that. So on the stencil that you get in the kit, hello Yvonne, Yvonne, is that Yvonne? And in this stencil, you get sprinkles, you get a cherry, you get ice cream scoops, you get a little checker that you can put onto the cone, but I'm gonna show you how I did this. And it was just so simple. So first and foremost, I'm going to grab a brown color for the cone. So this may be a little difficult to see. Let me zoom in just a little bit so it makes it a little easier. So you can see, hopefully, the contrast in between the two, because again, my lighting is not completely set up yet. So it looks a little crazy right now because you can't, there are lots of shadows, and I apologize for that. I know better. I mean, I've been doing YouTube videos for a minute or two now, so I know better about shadows, but I don't think you guys will mind the shadows as long as we can kind of hang out. So first, what I'm going to do, and this is so easy, I'm going to take the Arteza markers. These are the real brush pens. You can use the, if you would like, you can use the Zig. It's going to be the exact same premise, and all I'm doing is going right on in, okay? Do you see that? I'm just tracing. That's all I'm doing. Just tracing. And then add a little extra color from one direction. You can do this however you would like. And you can even leave it stylized like this if you would like. Then you lift up your stencil. And our watercolor paper is going to suck up that marker very quickly. So now I'm just gonna take our Brutus Monroe water brush and I'm just gonna add some color to it. It's very easy. So I'm just gonna add some color. You can, straighten out your lines if you would like. I most of the time don't because I like the way that the watercolor kind of lends itself to a more brushed kind of a look. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just kind of zhuzh out that color. Really easy. Just let it blend itself. It does not have to be perfect. Just let it blend itself out. And then you have, we'll just bring this down a little bit. You have the perfect cone. Wasn't that quick and easy? The perfect cone. Done. We're partway through the card already. Now I'm gonna take my heat tool and heat this up a little bit because we're gonna do another color on top. If we weren't doing another color on top, I would say don't worry about heat setting this, but we don't want the colors to bleed too much. So there's our cone. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take one of the ice cream scoops. So you see, we give you an ice cream scoop as well. You can do this with blending too. It's completely up to you. I always say, as you know, create your own endings. So it's completely up to you how you use this stencil. So now I'm gonna go in with our ice cream and I'm gonna overlap this a little bit. That's not gonna hurt anything. And what we're gonna do is some vanilla ice cream. So the vanilla ice cream is going to be more of like a flesh tone because we'll say that this is what I would call a French vanilla. And we're just gonna go on in, and again, just go in with your brush. You can kind of blend up in this area and that's just gonna add a natural shadow. And then lift this guy up. Take our water brush again, so simple. On this one, I'm not going to add the fudge syrup like I did on the other one. You can if you would like, it's no big deal. Again, completely up to you. You can come in, you can grab some of this darker color, blend that up. But again, it's completely up to you. Now, as you guys know, when I start talking about the inspiration boxes, it means number one, that they shipped, and number two, that we are on unlimited supply. Okay, so it generally means we're on a limited supply. Oh yes, me too. So I'm just gonna go in and just add in, a little bit more. Obviously, most of the ice cream is gonna be pretty translucent, so you don't have to worry about that. And then let's add a cherry on top, shall we? So here is our cherry. And again, this all comes in your kit. There's so much more that comes in the kit that I don't have at my home studio right now, but I promise you guys, once we get the home studio all set up, we will be able to really rock and roll and show you everything that's in the box. And I can't wait to actually give you guys a tour of my new home studio. I think you guys are going to really like it. So again, I'm just going in, following the line. It's not hard at all. And then lifting, and there's our cherry. How easy was that? Yes, there will be dies eventually. We have actually a Gigunda. Oh, and I made an upsie whoopsie, but that's okay. I forgot to dry this ice cream, but that's okay. It's gonna look like, I guess, kind of like how naturally a maraschino cherry would kind of bleed onto the ice cream. I think that actually looks kind of cool. But yes, eventually we have a huge die order coming. A huge die order of some standalones as well as some of our previous ones. So look at that happy accident. I think that looks like what a maraschino cherry would look like when the ice cream is melting anyway. Oh my goodness, Caroline, you'll have to send pictures. You'll have to send pictures. Okay. So now here is the cherry. Look at how that naturally ran. I'm trying to get in camera frame. That looks like it's almost meant to be. It's meant to be. So cool. So cool. So there's our ice cream. So simple, so easy. But it looks like one of those cards that you may get. That's a very, very expensive card. That you would get from a store that, and now you don't have to worry about it being, a super expensive card. Plus, it's one of those things, and I love the wow factor of someone saying, oh my goodness, this card is so gorgeous, and then they flip it over, And if you have a personalized stamp, or if they don't see that it, or they see that it doesn't say one of the big, the big card store names, they say, "Oh my goodness, you made this?" That's, excuse me, one of my favorite parts of these types of cards. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Stay Cool Sentiment from the stamp set. It's already loaded up into my MISTI, and I am going to stamp it because we're going to do a little pop-up area. Let me zoom out a little bit now since we are now stamping. So we just make sure that's going to pop on there correctly. Hello to everyone that's joining in. We're making a card from the inspiration box today. That should be perfect. I'm going to grab my Raven Detail ink. Ink this up good and well. I might do something a little different on this card because I might actually add the ribbon to it. And there's our first stamping. I mean, that looks pretty darn saturated to me, even on watercolor paper because of our Raven Detail ink. But I'm gonna stamp it again because I always say, why not, if you're using the MISTI, stamp it as many times as you would like. And again, I apologize for the shakiness. Soon the camera will not be attached to the table. It will be attached to the wall. Thank goodness. So, all right. So now this is some of the stuff that I brought home. Hello, Michelle, that I brought home from the box. So I'm going to use in this one instead this beautiful kind of brown color. This brownish glitter stock, which is our glitter stock. You're getting full sheets, actually more than full sheets of the glitter stock in this kit. There's so many goodies in this kit. I can't wait for you to see them. Then let me grab, maybe let's use some pink in this one. Where did I put the rest of that cardstock now? There was a whole, probably over here. Let's see. No? It's crazy because literally I am working on a desk that is so much tinier than my normal desk, and it's crazy that I can't find anything. I mean, it's literally a teensy tiny desk. We'll just use the brown for now because I can't find the other colors, but I promise you there's a ton of other colors that you get. So let's go ahead and we'll cut these out real quick. So let me move this to the side. We'll move our stencil to the side. You zhuzh your watercolors like you said, it works so well. Thanks for help. Oh, good job, Michelle. All you got to do is zhuzh it. That's all you got to do. Just zhuzh it. That's all you got to do. And you'll look like a rock star every time. Just zhuzh it. I can't wait for you guys to see our new enamel pins that we have. Enamel pins that we got in today. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for you to see them. It might sound so silly to you guys, and I will. I'll actually probably go grab the pin to show you because I brought one home. Like there are things, while I'm cutting this, I'll chit chat with you guys because I love chit chatting with you guys. You guys know that. I'm using one of our rectangle dies, foundation dies. There were things in this industry, and this is going to sound so weird. Well, it might not sound weird because a lot of you have been with me since the beginning. There were some things in this industry that I really, really wanted to do and really, really wanted to manufacture, really wanted to see how they work. If you guys know me, I am one that really likes to see how things work and how I'm really into the development of the products and figuring out what makes them tick and just essentially, developing the products and things like that. And the number one thing that I wanted from the beginning was embossing folders. I was like, oh my goodness, I have had embossing folders for so long. I love embossing folders. I would love to have my own embossing folders. But how does that work? You know what I mean? Like, how does one design an embossing folder? I have, sorry about the shakiness. I have a whole bunch of designs in my head, and I know what I would like to see, but how does one do that? And, that was one thing that I wanted to learn how to do. And, I, luckily, as most of you guys know, I released our very first 4 embossing folders early or late last year, I believe it was. So we did actually 4 embossing folders, not just one. So I was really excited about launching the embossing folders. Another thing that I really, really wanted to do was I always loved the color burst. So the color burst was something that I used long before I knew Ken Oliver personally and before I could call him a friend. And now we have the Bruce Monroe color burst. So it's, you know, those little things that I've wanted to do for so long that, you know, have come to fruition. And another thing that I really wanted to do, which again, this probably sounds so silly to all of you guys, but I really, 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 really wanted to figure out how to do enamel pins. I've collected enamel pins for a really long time. If Amanda Panda is here, which I don't believe she is, but Amanda Panda, who's a dear friend of mine, she will go to Disneyland, and she collects enamel pins for me. Mostly Nightmare Before Christmas and Haunted Mansion, because those are my two favorite things. And when I started collecting the pins, I was like, wouldn't it be so cool to do some Bruce Monroe pins? Like, I would love to do a pin that happened. Maybe we release a new pin quarterly, and it's a collector's item. So what we did was we did our very first pin in the series. We are only going to do probably, I'd say, about 1,000 of the pins, which will believe me, will be 1,000 sounds like a lot, but with the pins, they will go very, very quickly. Oh, hello, Diane. So I'll show you our very first pin in just one second. So let's put this card together though, because I'm just going to keep on chatting because I feel like I can just chat with you guys all night long. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Bruce Monroe glue. So if you guys don't have the Bruce Monroe glue, of course, I highly suggest it. It is does not warp your paper. It's fast drying. It's fantastic. This one, I have put the fine tip nib on it. You can just use it right out of the bottle, or you can put the fine nib on it. I just put the fine nib on mine because it just works a little bit better for me when I'm doing some of the more fine stuff. We do sell, of course, the fine nibs in the store. And then I'm just going to add that glue onto there. Really easy peasy. A dab will do you, really, with our glue. I promise you that. But I'm using glue only because I'm using the glitter stock. You guys know that I'm not a glue guy. I'm much more of a dry adhesive guy. But when it comes to glitter stock, I highly suggest using our wet adhesive. It just makes sense. So you can see we now have the Stay Cool, and look at the glitter. Oh my goodness, that glitter. It's incredible, incredible. If you guys want this kit, the link is below. Just a heads up, I can't guarantee how many are going to be floating around in a couple of days. So this ribbon also comes with the kit, and I think it's kind of pretty with the Stay Cool. I think that might look kind of nice. It kind of will tie everything together. So I love that glitters. Oh, just ordered your kit. Oh, you just ordered your kit. Good, good, good. Yeah, I see that. Thankfully, thank you guys. A lot of you are placing orders for the kits right now. So I applaud you, not only because I, appreciate that you're ordering the kits, because the more that we order, the more that we get to do every month. But because then you get to kind of play along and craft along with me all week, because they will be shipping, of course, all week. So now let's just add this ribbon onto the back. I always add more adhesive than I need so that whenever I flip it over, what I can do is just go ahead and take it and wrap it around, make sure it looks straight there, and then just pop it on there like that. And then I'm going to cut down my brown piece to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I don't have a card base ready, but this is a tip that I have for you guys. Hold on one second. 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. My tip of the day is I make a whole bunch of cards without having the panels, or without having the card panel behind it. I make a whole bunch of layering panels. And the reason that I do that is I may not necessarily know what type of envelope or what I want to do to match it, and it's I might not just want to do a white base. I might want to do a color base. Well, the nice thing about doing a whole bunch of these panels and just saving them up and not putting them on a card panel is you can use them in different ways. So I very rarely put the card on the card panel unless I know I'm sending it. So again, this is a piece of, just a piece of the cardstock that comes in the kit. Again, it's just a striped brown cardstock. There's lots of plays on ice cream in this kit. Oh, and thank you to everyone that's ordering your boxes. Signed up for the monthly and it's out of stock. Signed up for the monthly inspiration box? Is that what you're saying? Yes, okay. It shouldn't be out of stock. Hold on. Bear with me for 1 second. I'm just gonna look real quick because it shouldn't be out of stock, and I want to make sure that anyone that wants to grab one can grab one. So just bear with me 1 moment, everyone. I apologize, but all I did was I popped some pop dots on the back here. It shouldn't be out of stock. That's why I'm a little confused. And thank you to everyone for bearing with me. I mean, I may be completely mistaken, and I might be thinking that we have plenty left, and we don't, but I'm, almost 100% certain that we should have some left, just because I saw them packing them all today. Okay, so I've just taken the back of this off. Okay, it's not gonna let me sign in, that's okay. Just try back. It should be, again, like I said, there should be quite a few left. Hello, Mama Madge. Okay, I'll take a look, Sarah. Just shoot an email to info@brutusmonroe.com, and we'll make sure to make sure that that's uploaded. Yeah, the monthly inspiration box subscription, there should be plenty there on the website. So I'm not sure what's happening. I apologize. I usually check that before I sign on, but I know there should be plenty because I saw them. They were stacking them up today in the back fulfillment area. So there is our Stay Cool with our little glitter. So Sarah, I would try about 5 minutes after I sign off, and now I'm gonna go grab, no problem, Sarah. Let me go grab the pin. Bear with me. Just gotta run to the other side of the house. Hold on. I am back. Okay, so here's the enamel pin. I'm really excited because I wanted it to be, oh, thank you. Love you too, Madge. So this is the enamel pin. Gonna open it up, but we're gonna have a few collectors. Oh, hello, Bonnie, welcome. A few collectible pins. And here it is. So this is our very first in the series of our collectible pins. As you can see, it's metal. It's a black metal, and it has the white imprinted lettering, and of course it's create your own ending, with my signature on it. And I begged and begged and begged and begged and begged, excuse me, for the manufacturer to do a rubber backer. So here's it has a rubber backer on it, and I can remember, and the reason I wanted the rubber backer was because when I was little, I can remember collecting enamel pins, and this metal part would always scratch me. So I could not wait to do our own enamel pins so that you could put this on a t-shirt. Well, Belinda, you are going to be very excited about some t-shirts that we have coming very soon. Very, very soon. And I'm really excited because this retails for only $6.99, as opposed to most of the leading ones that I saw were like $9.99. But we were able to do them for $6.99. And they're really, really nice. I mean, they're heavy. I mean, they're pretty heavy duty. And I think you guys are really, really going to like them. Now, again, like I said, we only had 1,000 manufactured. So once they're gone, and then I will move on, of course, to the next design. So here's our Create Your Own Ending, and I hope you can see it's really, really, I mean, they did a really, really fantastic job on it. So there we go. And then the third thing that I always wanted to do, the price point on the t-shirts or the price point on this. This is $6.99. This is $6.99. But they'll all be within that $6.99 price point. So $6.99. So the fourth thing is, and these are a separate order for the inspiration box. Yes, these will be a separate order or a separate item. But this is going to be what we would call an add-on item. So I would just add this on to your order. These will be available tomorrow on the website. I'm going to send out an email about them. Probably tomorrow is when Shane will send out the email. But the only thing is I'll probably come live first to tell you when they're available, because if we once I send out the email goes out to thousands and thousands of folks, and they'll be gone right away. So I want to make sure that you guys get a chance first to grab them. And then the fourth thing that I have been hoping and dreaming to do, but I cannot share with you just yet, but I can tell you that I signed the contract with these people I signed the contract with them, I want to say it was last week or 2 weeks ago. So it's something that I've been working on for about, oh my goodness, almost 2 years now. But it's a company that I've wanted to work with for a very long time. And the contract was signed about 2 weeks ago. So you'll be seeing a lot of that stuff very, very soon. So, oh my goodness, Belinda, do we ever have a lot of things going? You should see the walls in my office right now, all the bulletin boards. That's why I haven't done a tour in a while. I have not done a tour in a while of the office, because I wanted for you guys. We have lots of secrets in there, I guess you could say. So yeah, so this is the new pin. I think you guys are really gonna love it. I adore it. They came out so incredibly well. I can't wait to do more enamel pins. But yeah, so just a heads up, grab your inspiration box while you can. If you have not signed up for our embossing powder of the month club, I know a lot of you in here have, because I've seen you posting stuff about it. The embossing powder of the month club, we only have 10 spots left. So 10 spots for this month. Now, that does not mean that we will not add additional spots for next month. But if you want what did we call it? The Twisted Tangerine embossing powder, which I don't have here, but if you look on the look up Twisted Tangerine, there's been a lot of folks using it. You'll need to get that through that subscription. Next month is really, really, really awesome. Oh yes, Just Zhuzh It. We have pins that say Just Zhuzh It that we did last year, so I think Just Zhuzh It might be the next one. But just as a heads up, next month's, you are not going to want to miss it. The only way to ensure that you're getting next month's, which I can't tell you yet, but I could say. shared that with all of you. Don't tell anyone. But Great Fizz is the name of next month's. So if you want to be guaranteed to get Great Fizz, that will you'll have to be signed up, obviously, for the club, because if we will only open up so many spots next month, and those spots may fill up very quickly. So head on over to and just search for Embossing Powder of the Month Club. That way you'll be able to grab your embossing powder of the month, and make sure you can grab it. Oh my goodness, I have so many ideas, you guys. If you could see the ideas that I have brewing for things that are coming up, I think you guys are going to be really excited about the things we have coming up. But again, like I said, we only have, yes, Jerry, actually, I can reveal to you, hello, Dawn, I can reveal to you, I can't give you an exact launch date, but I can tell you we have 3 new sizes of cargo sleeves coming. 3 new sizes. So I don't have an exact launch date, but I can tell you that we will have sleeves that fit the Big Daddy stamps, as I call them. I call them Big Daddy stamps at work, and everyone knows exactly what I'm talking about. But we will have sleeves that fit these big guys, because a lot of you have asked for it. We will also have sleeves that fit the 3x4, which was a big, huge ask. And then I have a very special product coming that you guys will see very soon, which is a sleeve. It's a binder sleeve that will fit your Stamp Club stamps in it. So any of the 2x3 stamps, if you're in our Stamp Club, of course, thank you for being a Stamp Club member. But we do have a binder insert coming that will fit a standard binder that it will actually fit 3, 6, 9. It'll fit 12 of those stamps. Oh my goodness, I try to be one. Well, the thing is, Jerry, I listen. So that's the big thing for me, and that's something that I really, 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 really take seriously, is I listen to everything that you guys say. Literally everything you guys say. So if you ask for something, it can be even something that's in passing. I use this one. I would not suggest. It's died on me a couple of times. We have the Wagner tool coming to Brutus Monroe very soon, so stay tuned. We should have it in early July, and that's the tool that I would recommend. So just sit tight if you can, and we'll have that soon, so you guys can grab them. So, but yeah, so I listen to you guys. I listen to every single word you guys say, and again, it might just be something in passing. It might be something that you guys email me real quick, but I listen, and I listen to everything you guys say. Every email, I may not get to read it right away, but every single email I read, most of which I go through and over with my team and talk about what we can do better. Every single day, I work as obviously the creative director of Brutus Monroe, but I am also the CEO. So every day I am learning new things, figuring out what you guys want, figuring out what can. The laminator I recommend is the Royal Savern, which you can get on the ThermaWeb website. That's my favorite one, because it's a wide profile, and it's a perfect even temperature, and it works really, really well. Really well. So, all right, everyone, I'm going to head off to make sure that those inspiration boxes get updated on the website. That may very well be why you guys aren't able to grab them. But thank you all so much. Oh, good, Belinda. You're going to love foiling, especially, and I'm going to be doing more stuff again this week with this kit. We have some foil pieces that are in the kit, so I will show you what the foil pieces in the kit are. But I can't wait for you guys to get this pin. I just absolutely love it. I already put mine on my Brutus Monroe lanyard. I don't know if you guys know that, but we have Brutus Monroe lanyards too that you can get in the store. That just say Brutus Monroe on them. They're really nice. I think we added those for, I don't know if they're on the website yet. I might have lied. But we do have lanyards that say Brutus Monroe. My whole team has them. Yes, everyone, thank you. If you could hit the like button before you leave, I would appreciate that. That does help out the channel. My goal is to reach 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And then next stop is 100,000, so I can get my plaque. Yes, I've missed you guys too, Jerry. I promise to be back more. But yeah, if you could hit that like button, that's awesome. If you have not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate that. I'll be bringing out tons and tons and tons of new content now that my studio is being set up. Let's just say I took a trip to IKEA and maybe went a little crazy, but I'll be showing you guys a full overview of that very, very soon. You guys know how much I appreciate you. You guys are my world, and without you, there would be no Brutus Monroe and there would be no Christopher Allen. It would be, it would not be nearly as exciting. That's for sure. It would definitely not be that exciting. Is the stamp different than our inspiration stamp? This stamp set is what comes in the inspiration box. So if you are getting the inspiration box, this is in the box. If you haven't ordered the box yet, order it soon. We are at what they come into my office and they tell me, it's so funny, I love my team, but they'll come into my office because we now have 3 floors at Brutus Monroe. So before at Brutus Monroe, we could literally holler across the room and talk to someone. Now we actually have a phone and intercom system, which is so incredibly ridiculous to me, but it's necessary. So now that we have 3, the monthly stamp different ones. Oh yes, that is, it's different. All of them are different. The Royal Sovereign is not necessarily better. It's just an even temperature. So for instance, the Royal Sovereign is going to be an even temperature right away, whereas the issue that I have with the Mink, although I use it a lot, the Mink, since you can change temperatures, it doesn't always reach the exact temperature when it dings, if that makes sense. So like if you've ever, if you just look up embossing powder of the month, it's a club. Just search embossing powder of the month club. And if you hit subscriptions at the top and pop down, the subscriptions will be right there. Of course, Connie, thank you so much for hanging out with me. You guys have no idea. If any of you that's new, I used to work with a company named Cricut. You guys are probably familiar with Cricut, and I still do a lot of Cricut stuff, but that's where I started everything. And now here we are, about 3 years later, and we have a little over 2,000 products. So it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate all of you, believe me. I really, really do. So that is it. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I will be back live and in living color tomorrow to make another card for our day crew, as I call everyone. Can you do an embossing club with shimmer and metallics? Well, the embossing one right now, in my wildest dreams, no. Never in a million years. Never in a million years, Belinda. Never, ever, 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 ever in a million years. And now I get to travel all over the place. I have so much fun. I'll be at Junkie Fest next month, teaching classes. I will be at Made It Con in September. Oh my goodness, I can't wait. But in the embossing club right now, Kim, there is the embossing powder this month has lots of glitz and glamour in it. It's called Twisted Tangerine, and it has glitter in it. It's a tangerine color with some mixes of some browns and some yellows. It's so fun. So fun. You guys, I think, are really going to love it. And then next month, it's called Grape Fizz. And Grape Fizz also has a lot of really, 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 really fun little oomph to it, I guess I'll say. But when that launches next month, I'll show you guys what that is. But yeah, so that's everything that I have for this month. I want to thank, or for this month, for tonight. That means I need to go to sleep. Will you ever try and have a booth? I'm hoping, Belinda, our booth schedule is going to, the embossing club is $8 a month. That includes shipping. So it's $8 a month, and that includes shipping. Now, what I must say is if you guys are already a subscriber, this is so important, and I'm glad you just brought that up, Jerry. If you guys are already a subscriber, what you'll need to do is go up to the corner of where your account is and go to subscription products, then click on subscriptions, and then you can add a product. You can purchase it if you would like directly from BrutusMonroe.com, but it just makes it so much easier for you to just go to subscription products, or go to subscription, click on add a product, and you can just select the Embossing Powder of the Month Club. It makes it so much easier, I think. You try to subscribe and they said it was sold out. Okay, so it says it's sold out right now. Because I might have to check with our subscription services. You might have to subscribe through your subscription unless you already have. Yep, it did that now. Okay. Let me go in and take a look, and I'll have an update for everyone tomorrow. I don't know why they're saying sold out. It just doesn't make sense. The Twisted Tangerine. It's the same thing with our with our Inspiration Club. There should be no reason that it says sold out. So let me go in and take a look, and I will get back to you promptly tomorrow on the next live because I want to check into that because we have been receiving lots of messages from folks telling us that the things say sold out and they're actually not sold out. So I'll take a look. It was a couple of days ago, Kim, then you should be fine now. It's all been updated. We did sell out of the initial supply. We sold out of the initial supply and we added more. This thing goes so for other place. Nope, it's just because it's the first month, Belinda. It's just because it's the first month. In the future, it will all ship together. It'll all ship together. It's only separate because it's the first month. That's all. But okay, I really am going to head off now because I could talk to you guys literally for days. Thank you so much. I appreciate you more than you will ever know. Remember to always create your own ending and do something good today. Call your friend. Tell them you love them. Give your dogs some extra kisses. Make yourself your favorite snack. Fix yourself your favorite drink. Or just smile at someone you don't know. I think that that's very, very important. And that is what creating your own ending is about to me. So again, thank you all for tuning in. I adore you all. And have a wonderful night. And I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye.